Being able to precisely draw price levels on your chart is very integral in your technical analysis, which largely influences how much money you make or lose in trading. It is therefore important that every trader learns how to accurately draw these things on your chart in order to avoid taking unnecessary losses while trading, right? So in this video, I am going to be showing you guys one of the most simplest ways of doing your technical analysis, which is being able to identify support levels, resistance levels, and also identify trends. So without further ado, let's get started with this video. Too much money to be carrying, too much money to be grabbed up with the price action. Value flow like a fountain, and I know we're gonna pounce on. We're going to be starting with how to draw price levels, then we're going to work our way down to how to identify trends. And then in the next video, we're going to talk about how to apply these principles to make money in trading. All right, so the first thing we're going to be doing is looking at the price chart, and for this example we're going to be using the Euro AUD on the 1 hour time frame. And I would like to point out that so far in my experience of trading, I have realized that the levels I find on the higher time frame are a lot more valid and much more respected compared to levels that you find on the lower time frame, say like 1 hour and below, right? But then you see that the levels that you find on time frames like the 1 week, 1 month, 1 day, 4 hours are usually in most cases well respected compared to levels below the 1 hour. Right now, this is not to say the levels below the 1 hour are invalid. They are equally valid. I am only saying that I have found that the levels on the higher time frame are much more respected compared to those on the lower time frame. All right, so for this example, we'll try to stay in between of both levels, right? Because I'm well aware that most of the people who watch my videos are beginners, so we want to stay on a level that everyone can, relate with. All right, so we're going to be doing our analysis on the 1 hour time frame. And you see, whatever example I make here, you can literally do the same on any time frame. It works on every time frame. So ensure you stay around and you watch this video to the very end. All right, now the key to identifying proper support and resistance levels is by looking left. It's very simple. Look left towards the left hand side, and once you have done that, you want to zoom out of your chart between 3 to 5 times depending on how big your screen size is, right? If your screen size is big, you may not need to zoom out too much, but if your screen size is not very big, then you want to consider zooming out a few times. Right now, here's the thing: when you're analyzing the chart, you're not just analyzing the past, you're analyzing what has happened with reference to what is presently happening, and then you're trying to figure out what is going to happen next. So you don't want to go too far back on the chart, right? You want to see the most, not too long ago. So for this example, I'm going to be focusing my attention from here towards where the price level is currently. So the first thing I noticed is how price started to bounce off this level, and then over here. Let me explain why did I pick this level. Right now, like I mentioned earlier on, I noticed how price traded down to this level and then bounced up. And like I said earlier on, you have to look left from the left hand side towards the right hand side. And then if you are to look towards the right hand side, you see that price slightly reacted over here, although it broke out of it, but eventually it returned below it. And the moment it did that, it remained under that level. And even when it tried to break above it again, right, you can see that price was sent back down, and then the next time it came there again, it was sent back down, and on it went on that way. So that's one of the ways you can find resistance levels on your chart. Here's a free tip, right? Resistance levels, when they are broken, are eventually become support levels, right? And support levels, when they are broken down below, become resistance levels. That's a free tip for you right there. You can try to implement that in your trading. For example, right here, price acted as a support level, and then immediately price broke below it. You can see how it started acting as resistance over here. So for you to be able to find accurate support and resistance levels, you want to look from the left hand side towards the right hand side, and what you're looking out for is where price has reacted to the most, right? You just want to find, oh cool, where did price react to most constantly, right? We can decide to pick support levels around here, and you wouldn't be entirely wrong, right? Because price reacted there multiple times, but for me, I like to focus more on the bigger picture of things. Over here is not wrong, but typically I would pay more attention to this place.
So you see, price over here acted as resistance, a mini support right here, bit of a support over here as well when price broke above it, right? And then acted as resistance again, immediately price returned below it. That's how you get, these levels. You just want to look out for places on your chart where you have seen price react constantly. All right, so for us to find the support level, we're just going to apply the same principle. We want to look from the left hand side to the right hand side. All right, over here, right, the first level that I can find is around here. Let's see how valid it is. Yeah, it is actually valid because price rejected off here, rejected off here, rejected off here. But personally, I would prefer to draw my levels around here, because I believe this area to be more valid compared to that area. This can, as you can see, multiple times tapped out of it, and if you had your stop loss below these levels, you would have lost your money multiple times. So I like to focus more on the bigger picture and what is happening the most on the chart, right? The places that price respected the most, not just where it tapped around the most. Over here you can see that it really broke outside of it compared to when we had that right here. See how many times it broke outside of it without paying too much respect to it, but over here it really broke below it. Okay, you know what, before we try to look for more examples, let's see how price is going to continue to react to these levels that we have drawn. And remember what I said the other time, when a support level, which is this place right here, is violated or broken to the downside, whereas it goes below the support level, it eventually begins to act as resistance. And you can see how price is kind of beginning to act as resistance around here. Price is finding it difficult to return above and is now trading below that level. So we can expect that the next time price comes to that level, price is likely going to respect it or not. Princess, yeah, she better be gorgeous. Diamonds are flawless, always been lawless. It continues to act as a good resistance level because price is now trading below it, and if we continue to play, it's going to remain the same way. And I want to keep this video as short as possible so that you can go ahead and practice this method of analyzing. You see, let me tell you something, right? Nobody becomes a pro overnight. Nobody becomes a pro after watching just one video or two videos. You actually need to practice and practice and practice and practice whatever you learn in these videos. Take notes while you're watching the videos and go back to your chart to practice. You have to back test these things to be able to find which one works for you and which one doesn't. I see people, oh, YouTube videos are not good, blah 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 blah. Yes, I do agree with you. There's a lot of not very good videos out there when it comes to the trading industry on YouTube. However, you are only going to find what works for you when you practice these things. Now, I'm not saying practice them on a live account. I would never recommend that. Not even what I teach you should be practiced immediately on a live account. You want to go back and backtest it. Practice it as often as you can. See if it works for you, or if you genuinely properly understand what I taught, right? And if you don't, feel free to come back here, leave a comment, or reach out to me on Telegram, or send an email, which is on your screen right now. Let me know. I'll get back to you. I'll respond, answer your question if I can. I said all of that to say, ensure you practice whatever it is that you learn in these videos, right? No matter how good the strategy is, it does not necessarily mean it's going to work for you, right? That being said, let's return to finding more examples, and then we're going to talk about trends. I'm actually looking for somewhere where we can have support and resistance levels in one go. So like I said, you look from the left hand side towards the right hand side, and if you're looking from the left hand side, then you would have probably seen what I saw too, which is right here, right? So over here, price acted a bit as a resistance. You can see when price traded as high as this, it eventually got knocked back down, and price tried to trade high above it again, and you can see as long as it was above this level, price acted as support until it eventually broke below it and acted a bit as resistance right here. See, price got knocked back down, and again, moment price returned above that level, it started acting as support. And you can see for it continued to hold for a very, very long time, and still pretty much holding all the way up to this level. If we were to see, yeah, kind of like held around here as well if we were to extend it. So basically, if you're able to identify the key support and resistance levels, it's usually very, very helpful. You can see we drew this year, which happened on 2nd of August 2023, and look at where we price eventually came back to respect it on the 1st of September 2020. That's to tell you how valid this strategy is, how well it works. So you just have to learn how to actually identify the key levels using using the method that I have taught you. Look from the left hand side and towards the right hand side, and what you're looking for exactly is the places where price reacted to the most and respected, not just where it reacted to, where it respected the most. That's what you're looking for. That being said, let's talk about what a trend is. First thing you have to understand about a trend is that they are used to describe the overall price movement of a currency pair or any asset of your choice, right? So there are two types of a trend. There's an uptrend and then there's a downtrend. Both are characterized by two different things, which I am going to share with you very shortly. But I want you to understand and let this sink in. A trend, when somebody says a trend, it is usually used to refer to the overall price direction of a chart. And on the chart, there are only two major ways, two major directions a chart will move in. So towards the upside or towards the downside, and in some situations it moves sideways, which is what we call a consolidation or a ranging market. All right, but that is not the point of today's video. This video is to talk about trends, right? So a trend, again, is used to describe the overall price movements of a currency pair or any asset. And there are two major types of a trend: an uptrend and a downtrend. An uptrend is characterized by one major factor. It is constantly creating higher highs and higher lows. What do I mean? Allow me to do it this way. So what do I mean by higher highs and higher lows? Remember, a trend is used to describe the overall price movement of a currency pair or any asset. So it means that for an uptrend, the overall movement is towards the upside. But then on its way to the top, price will not just continue to go up and up and up like most people believe, right? In the market, there's a combination of both buyers and sellers, and the orders of both parties has to be reflected on the price charts, which is why even in an uptrend, you would see places where price will dump for a bit, right, and then go back up, repeat the same thing, and then go back up. Now that's an uptrend. An uptrend is simply what you can see on your chart right now. When a price chart or a currency pair is constantly creating higher highs like this and higher lows like this. So swing high to create an higher high, swing low to create an higher low, another swing high to create an higher high, and then a swing low to create an higher low, and then another swing high, just like that, all the way up until the point where the trend changes from an uptrend to a downtrend. And a downtrend is a direct inverse of what I've just explained. All you have to do is just flip what you have in your chart right now, and then you have on your screen right now, and then you have a downtrend. Very simple. But don't worry, I'm still going to explain that. A downtrend is characterized by one thing: lower lows and lower highs. And this is exactly what that means. So a downtrend is characterized by two things, like I mentioned earlier on: lower lows and lower highs. Just like I explained in not too long ago, in a market, there is a presence of both buyers and sellers, and the orders of both people or both parties have to reflect on the chart, which is why even in a downtrend, price will still pull up for a bit to create an higher low, right? And then from that higher low, it is bound to create a lower low, another higher low, another lower high, pardon me, then lower low, lower high, lower low. Very simple. LHLL. For an uptrend, HH and HL. Very simple. Very simple. Very, very simple. And I hope this helps. I really do hope this helps. If it doesn't help, please feel free to let me know in the comment section so that I can do better in the next video. The aim of me doing all of this is to educate people, help people become better traders. And if you need more of these videos, type of videos, let me know in the comment section. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you need anything else, again, let me know in the comment section. And do not also, yes, join the Telegram community where I constantly put trading updates, trading signals, analysis, and all of that. Be a part of a thriving trading community that had a winning streak for as long as 16 weeks. And you really do not want to miss out on all of that. So ensure that you're subscribed to the channel, you have joined the Telegram community, and of course check out my website as well, www.alphaunusual.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have fun.